ক্লাস 11 ফার্স্ট সেমিস্টার ইংলিশ সাজেশন দ্য মডেল মিলিয়নিয়ার থেকে Hughie Erskine never realized that romance was the privilege of the rich. According to the story, the colonel's condition for allowing Hughie to marry Laura was Hughie should earn £10,000. Hughie's attempts at business such as selling dry sherry failed because the sherry was too dry. Hughie Erskine's appearance was attractive with crisp brown hair and grey eyes. Next, the colonel refused to allow Hughie to marry Laura because Hughie lacked money. Alan Trevor was described as a rough-looking but talented painter. The beggar in Trevor's studio was holding a battered hat for alms. Hughie described the beggar in Trevor's studio as a miserable looking man. Next, Hughie pitied the beggar and decided to offer him some money. Trevor explained that a model's face is his oblique her, option B, fortune. Trevor's earning from that painting was 2,000 guineas. Hughie gave the beggar a sovereign. Hughie decided to give the beggar the money, even though he could no longer hire handsome for a fortnight. Next, Hughie offered to give the old beggar his old clothes. Later that night, after spending the day with Laura, Hughie met Trevor at the Palette Club. Hughie was shocked to learn that the beggar was actually Baron Hausberg, a rich man. Trevor humorously compared Hughie's generosity to kissing a pretty model. Hughie described himself as foolish. Next, Trevor described Baron Hausberg. Rag has his own old suite from Spain. Hughie described himself as an unlucky devil. Hughie thought Baron Hausberg's messengers came for an apology. The messenger introduced himself as Monsieur Gustave Naudin. Next, the envelope Hughie received was labeled as a gift from Baron Hausberg. এটা হবে না, এটা হবে a wedding present from an old beggar. Inside the envelope, Hughie found a check for $10,000. The Baron's check symbolized kindness and generosity. According to the text, unless one is dash, there is no use in being charming, wealthy. Next, romance is the dash of the rich, not the profession of the unemployed. Option A, privilege. Next, the beggar had face like wrinkled. Option C, parchment. Trevor said, what seems poverty to you is dash to me. Pictures queens. Trevor said Hughie's act reflect the highest credit on his desperate philanthropic. Identify the tense of the underlying portion. He had tried everything. Had tried the contents past perfect. He had tried everything. Voice change. Everything had been tried by him. The beggar said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you." Indirect speech. The beggar thanked him with respect. Next. He had been very much attracted by Hughie at first, entirely on the account of his personal charm. Phrasal verb. এটা হবে attracted এর বদলে হবে taken up. Next. My dear boy, said Trevor, smiling, that old beggar, as you call him, is one dash the richest man dash dash Europe. এটা হবে whom of in option A. What you call rags, I call romance. The underlined clause is noun clause. Next. The approach should be practical and prosaic. Partnership. Participle is non. Next. The beggar was thanked by Hughie before dash his leave. Taking. How was not of much importance. Rewrite using the adjective form of underlined word. He was not an important person. The old model knew about the colonel, Laura, and the dash Hughie needed £10,000